cow. One morning, Stanley was cheerfully taking some cattle cars to market. He was going on so nicely when he raced past by the fields where the cows were eating their grass. They weren't used to the sound of engines since they can sometimes feel disturbed by them, but Stanley was being so polite and kind. Suddenly, however, there was trouble. Stanley didn't know that a couple of weeks ago, some cows had broke through a fence. The driver tried to apply the brakes, but a false coupling snapped between his two cattle trucks and his other cattle truck and a brake van. The guards tried to shout and whistle help, but it was too late. Stanley almost felt a jerk on his goods train, but by the time he arrived at the station, he learnt what had happened and owed his apologies to the station master. But when Stanley arrived back at the sheds, both Neville and Murdoch heard all about it and began to laugh. Fancy letting your goods train be left behind by a cow, laughed Neville sarcastically. What a disgrace, said Murdoch. You could have seriously run a cow over. The two engines laughed, but Stanley was very cross, especially Wyss. Take no notice of them, said Wyss. I know how to handle cows, he said. Those two haven't even met one, he said. But Stanley had heard enough. He puffed away crossly to do his other job. One afternoon, Stanley was waiting at the big station to take a goods train to the end of the line when he heard Murdoch's whistle as he thundered past by Stanley at the big station. Poop, poop, whistled Murdoch. Mind the cows. But Stanley took no notice. Murdoch began racing down the line with the express like a rocket. He was enjoying himself and was hurrying along. Hurry, 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 panted Murdoch, pretending to be like George as the race was on. When he arrived at the coastal track, his driver applied the brakes. Murdoch didn't know why. Whoa, said his driver. Ha! Groaned Murdoch. It's only a cow. Shoo! Shoo! Meh! Went the cow. But his driver and fireman all tried to send her away, but it was no good. Murdoch was most ashamed. But it wasn't too long until Neville showed up with his passenger train. Ha! Groaned Neville. I know how to handle this one. Be off! Be off! He went. Meh! Went the cow. Neville backed away. I don't want to hurt her, he said nervously. When Neville arrived back at the station, his driver and the guard told the station master all about the situation. Oh, Bluebell, is it? Said the station master. I'll send Paxton to bring her here, to her lost cow right away, he said. And indeed he did. Paxton hurried along with a brake van to take Bluebell to her lost cow. Paxton was soon ready. At last, when he arrived at the bridge, Bluebell was greeted back with her cow again, and the two families of cows were sent away, especially Paxton. Murdoch pretends this hadn't happened. He was late indeed, and he had to go on. He puffed away with the express, pretending this never happened. But that night at the sheds, things were already too late. When Murdoch arrived back at the sheds, Stanley had already heard what had been happening today. Well, well, he chuckled, two big engines that are afraid of a cow. I thought you two could handle cows, but I guess I was wrong. But the two little engines laughed, but Neville and Murdoch thought they were being silly and remained that way for the rest of the night.